Yo, it's Underground Rap News. We're here with DaeDaeeLV. Before we get into this, make sure you guys subscribe to stay tuned for future interviews. Also, leave a like and a comment to help show support. And we're just going to jump right into it. First question I have for you, DaeDaeeLV, how did you come up with your artist name?
Um, it was a nickname that was given to me from like my childhood. My auntie and family members just used to call me Day Day all the time. And then I really liked it. Like growing up, I liked that how like the LV designer. I liked that how like they designs looked on like their clothes and the markings and like the colorings and like the shapes and stuff. So I just went with that.
All right. So, what city did you grow up in?
Buffalo, New York.
All right. And how old are you right now?
I'm 30.
All right. So, how would you describe your childhood and how did all that lead up to you deciding to pursue a career in music?
Um, I grew up around like listening to like a lot of music. My mom used to burn like music on CDs. I used to listen to like a lot of like Lil Wayne and T.I. and Eminem. And I used to watch a lot of music videos when we had that. I forgot what that channel was on cable. The music channel, what it used to be called. I forgot what it was called. But
MTV?
yeah, yeah. I used to watch music on there a lot. I used to keep my channel on there actually, like going to school and coming from school. I used to stay on that channel, like
Mhm.
random when a random like music just used to play. And I had like people around me that did music, but they never really, when I wanted to go to the studio, they didn't take me to the studio. But I grew up around a lot of people who were doing music back then too.
All right. So, what's the story behind the moment you finally did get into the studio and you actually going into making your first ever song?
I met this artist called Case Closed, and we like became like very good friends. And I seen that she did music, and I seen like how she did her music, and that made me want to actually, take it serious and actually get into the studio and start, actually doing it.
All right. So, what artists would you say are some of your biggest inspirations?
Um, I like Juice World. Lil Wayne was one of my inspirations. That's who I really listened to growing up. Um, uh, who else? Who else? I like it's an artist called DC the Don.
Mhm.
I like him. I like him too. And MGK.
All
MGK is
right.
one of my favorites.
So, how old were you when your first song dropped, and how long ago was that?
Damn, my first song dropped in I think it was 2017. I'm at 30. 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. Yeah, so I was like 21, I think, or 20
All right.
when I
So,
recorded.
from that first song up until now, what would you say have been some of the biggest challenges you faced in your career, and how did you overcome them?
Um, some of my biggest challenges was being patient and like being consistent and you know I overcome them by like just being patient and being consistent, especially like when you're in the studio, don't want to rush a song that really are really trying to make. You want the song to be good. If you need to pay for the extra studio time, just pay for it. Get the good mixes if you need the good mixes, because them good mixes do help.
Mhm. So, what would you say has been your number one favorite moment in your career so far?
Me being able to like actually go to like venues and events and actually have a lot of people hear my music and go on stage, and you know, and act how I want to on stage and let people listen to my music and hear my music and networking. I like networking, meeting new people too.
Mhm. All right. So, my next question for you, I'm sure the fans are wondering, do you have any new music in the works right now, and when can we expect your next release?
I just dropped the EP, but I do have new music. Um, I got to get like the music mixed and everything. I'm about to drop a music video next week, I think. Yeah, my music video gonna drop next week, but I'm gonna get back into the studio to work on like the other stuff because I wanted to drop like another EP. but like 3 or 4 songs on it.
Okay. So, what would you say are some of your biggest goals that you want to accomplish within the next year?
Um, Biggest goals that I want to accomplish within the next year are like I want to drop more music and I want to like do more events and go to more shows and I want to network with more people.
All right. So, my next question for you is, would you ever consider signing to a label? And if you did, what kind of contract would it need to look like for you to be able to consider it?
Um, Honestly, I don't know if I would consider signing to a label. Like it kind of like depends. Like I would want it to be a low number contract because I don't want to pay like I
Hmm.
don't want to have to owe so much back. But I definitely would. It really wouldn't matter to me for real. But not as long as it's not like too much that they give in advance that I would have to pay back so much that I'd be in debt.
Yeah. All right. So, who would you say are the top three artists that you want to collab with someday in your career?
Um, MGK. Who's that other guy that looks like the dude from Stranger Things? I forgot his name. Is his name Nave?
I don't know. I don't watch Stranger Things.
MGK. Um, who else? MGK. Um, Little Wayne. That would be super dope. And MGK, Little Wayne, and who else? Because I like a lot of artists. I'm not gonna lie, I just tell my music. MGK, Little Wayne, and probably Little Skies. I like Little Skies too.
All right. So, who would you say is your favorite artist you've collabed with so far?
Um, I haven't really did any collabs yet because I've been trying to like better my music and still like kind of find the like sound I actually like.
Hmm.
So I haven't really did like any collabs yet because like I don't want to do a collab and then my sound is not to par. I want it to be to par
Yeah.
before I do that.
So you've never collabed with anybody over all the years?
No,
All
not
right.
yet.
So, what's your out of all the songs you've dropped, what's your personal favorite one to listen to?
Um, the Rockstar Bitch song that I have that's on my page. That's one of my
Hmm.
favorite ones.
All right. So, what would you say is your number one most slept on song that you feel like most of your fans don't give enough love to?
Um, uh, what song do I have that a lot of people are slept on? I got a song called Rockstar Lifestyle, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good one that I really like. That I think a lot of people have slept on. I like that one a lot.
All right. So, what would you say is the number one biggest thing that makes you different from other artists?
Um, the number one thing that makes me different from a lot of artists is I like to have fun with music. You know, and I'm out here. I'm not out here trying to you know have like thousands of followers and likes. I just like making music and having fun.
All right. So, do you have any other hobbies outside of music?
Um, yeah, I'm starting to learn to like skateboard,
Hmm.
and I like streaming because I do like stream with video games too.
What type of games do you like to stream with?
I have a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I do like anime. I do shooting games. It just depends on the games. I play stuff like Borderlands.
Hmm.
I play like anime games like Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and Demon Slayer. And I got this one game called Anthem. That's pretty dope. And I played Destiny 2.
All right. Next question is, what's your number one biggest red flag in a girl?
Um, no accountability. Cause like
Hmm.
if I can take accountability, you should be able to take accountability too.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
So my next question is, what's your all-time favorite fast food restaurant?
My all time favorite fast food would have to be um I would say McDonald's.
All right.
I like McDonald's.
What's your favorite clothing brand right now?
Um, it's a clothing brand called Rockstar Original. I don't know if you've seen it, but
Oh yeah, I've bought stuff from them before. Yeah.
yeah, they got some good stuff. And they sell out so fast.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, my next question for you is, what would you say is the biggest piece of motivation that you use to keep grinding every day?
The biggest piece of motivation I use to keep grinding every day is like, me personally, I just write down the stuff that I want to accomplish every day in like a notebook, and I do pray, and I just, in my head, I think to myself like, if I keep being like consistent and keep doing what I got to do, I'm gonna get to where I want to be.
All right. So my next question for you is, what's a music hot take that you have, like an opinion that you have, but everybody else is probably gonna strongly disagree with it? Just first thing that comes to mind.
Um, like I like music a lot, so much that I feel like if you're an artist that people call trash, that you can get better if if you work harder and if you actually try. I feel like a lot of artists could be better, but everybody got their own opinions of certain people's music. Some people might not like the music, and some people might.
Mhm. All right. So who's the GOAT of rap in your opinion?
Um, I would say Lil Wayne.
All right. So my final question that I have for you before we wrap this up is,
Okay.
what's the number one biggest piece of advice that you would give to other artists?
Um, Number one, just you know, keep practicing and go to a studio to get a mix. I would use band. I know a lot of artists like to use BandLab, but use that for practice. Actually, go to the studio, and if you keep practicing, you're gonna get better. I know it's a lot of artists that use like BandLab because that's all they got. But like, if you got money, spend that money and go to the studio. It's gonna be you're gonna benefit from that so much, and music gonna sound way better. The quality gonna sound better, and the whoever's producing or making your music, y'all might just lock in to where like they know exactly what you want on your songs and how you want it to sound, and then you'll be all good. But definitely stay consistent, and you're gonna get there. You gotta be consistent because we all had to start from somewhere.
For sure. All right, well, that's all we have for today. Shout out DaeDaeeLV. Make sure y'all go check out his music and make sure you leave a like and a comment on this video to help show support and subscribe to stay tuned for future interviews. Thank you guys for watching.